Hi everyone, it's Colleen with Made for Mermaids. Welcome to day one of our Shelly Swimsuit Sew-a-long. Today we're going to be doing all of our prep work, cutting out our fabric, cutting our elastic, and getting everything ready to sew. I'm going to start by cutting out my elastic. For this particular pattern, there are pattern pieces for both the elastic pieces and the rectangle pieces and a cut chart. If you'd prefer to use the cut chart, it's in one of the first couple pages of the written tutorial. I'll put some information about swim elastic in today's blog post. That's not to say that you can't use regular elastic, it's just that swim elastic is specifically designed to withstand things like chlorine and other things better. Do pay close attention if you're using the pattern pieces, as some of the elastic pieces are cut on the fold, some are cut too. So just make sure that you read the pieces as you're cutting them. Especially if you're doing these steps on different days, like I am, I think that it makes it much easier if you label your elastic pieces so you remember which goes with which pattern pieces. I just went ahead and clipped the actual paper pattern piece right to the elastic strips. And then that way when I go to sew, I won't have to remember, oh no, what does this piece go to? For reference, I'm doing the solid back, so I'm not cutting out the cutout back elastic pieces. And it's a good thing I'm not, because this is exactly the right amount of elastic. I know we talk about thread chicken, but how's this for elastic chicken? That little piece is all I had left. Now we are ready to cut out our fabric. So just to hopefully make it a little bit easier, the lemon fabric will be my main fabric, and then the floral fabric that I'll cut out later will be my lining fabric. It's not actually a lining, but I'm hoping that it'll make it easier to see, especially when we go do the burrito roll later on this week. I definitely cannot cut out swim fabric as fast as I can other fabric. It is just so slippery and so finicky, so I'm definitely moving slower than I normally would. Just a few quick reminders as you're cutting out your pattern pieces. So when you see the little notches, the little triangles pointing away from your pattern, make sure that you cut those out in your fabric as well. So don't cut into the fabric, cut away from the pattern piece, away from your bodice pieces. You'll also notice markings on the paper pieces which indicate where the straps will go. You can mark that with a pin, with a clip, with a fabric marker, with a little teeny tiny snip, whatever works for you. Again, just remember as you're placing your paper pattern pieces onto the fabric to pay close attention to where the fold is, or if you're cutting mirror images, just to be sure that you have what you need as you go to sew. The notches on the front bottoms will be important because that's how we'll match up the front bodice to the front bottom pieces. Double check the direction of the stretch of your fabric before you cut out the flutters and the straps. This is also a great place to add a coordinating fabric or a contrasting fabric if you would like to add a little bit of variety. I'm just going to do both of mine in the same lemons. My daughter's really excited about this because when Shelly originally released, we were in Japan, and so I made her a suit out of the same fabric when it initially released, but she grew out of it pretty quickly. So she's very excited that there's a new lemon bathing suit coming her way. After you've cut out all of your main pieces, you're going to cut out your lining pieces. Just a reminder, I'm going to use this floral as my liner. It's not actually swim lining, but I'm hoping it will be easy to see the difference as I'm sewing. Just a recap of the pieces I've cut out. I have one bottom, front, and main, one in my lining. For my top bodice pieces, I have 2 in my main, 2 in my lining. You can see I've made a little snip where the straps will go. Then for the back pieces, I have 2 of my main fabric, 2 of my lining fabric. I have my optional flutters. I have my straps. That will be for the little tie, and then I have all of my elastics. Once you've got all of your pieces cut out, that is it for day 1, and we will start sewing tomorrow for day 2. We'll see you then.